Are you selling on Amazon? Are you selling online arbitrage? If you are, then this video is going to be for you. Today, I am going to talk about two new features. Well, new to me, new features that have been added to the Couper app extension. Now, this is an extension that we have used for a really long time in our Amazon business. We flip between this one, Couper, Honey, and a few others. But I've recently started using Couper again, I should say. And what we've noticed is that there have been some pretty game-changing features that have been added, which I want to run through in today's video. However, but before we do, as always, my name's Natalie. This is Never Mind the Buy Box, and this is your go-to channel for all your tips, tricks, and hacks when it comes to selling on Amazon or building an e-commerce business. So, usual drill. Before we get started, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. It just means that you will get a notification when we release new videos, which we do on a weekly basis. So, let's dive into the video and let's find out what Couper has added and how it can help your Amazon business. Okay, so you can see here that I'm on the Look Fantastic website, which is a website that we use really often for buying goods and reselling them on Amazon. And this is a great website, you know, it's reseller friendly. It's got lots of really good brands that do very well for selling on Amazon. So but I'm not here to tell you about Look Fantastic. I'm here to show you Couper and what we've noticed recently with this app and how it's added a few features that I don't want to use the word game changer because that gets thrown around so much, to be perfectly honest. And, you know, I'm guilty of using game changer all the time. But to be perfectly honest, if you didn't have, you know, a lot of good manual skills when it comes to selling on Amazon and sourcing, then these types of updates, these two updates that Coupert have added, are really going to help you in your business. And for anyone that is aware of how to find this information manually, if you implement this into your business, it's going to save you time. So it's one of those. It's either going to save you time or it's probably going to save you money if you weren't aware on how you can access this information in the first place. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I've already updated the Couper app and it's on my Chrome browser. So what you will need to do is, if you haven't done so already, is go to the App Store. If you search for Coupert and then you upload it, whether you've got a Mac or a computer or something like that. Hey, you guys know I'm not that technical. You just need to go ahead and add it. It's free. You don't need to pay anything to sign up and it's super easy to do so. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump on and I'm going to look for some products. Now, I can go through different brands and things like that. And I'm really not looking for anything in particular. And this is going to be a super quick video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to jump in and look for some makeup, my favorite thing to look for, and I'm just going to pick NYX. Okay, so by the way, this video is not about sourcing, so I'm not going to go on and show you any type of profit or anything like that. We've got some, you know, follow-up videos that are going to be coming in the future for that. This is purely to show you the features, the new features of Couper. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to find some random products. I'm just going to probably jump into their face section. Let's have a quick look here. And then what I am going to do is I'm just going to look at this first product, which is like a highlighter palette. I'm just going to jump into it here. And then what you should notice on the left hand side here is you've got something that extensions galore. Sorry, let me just try and move that. I don't know if I can. Well, you should have seen down on this side here for a split second the little Couper icon was saying checking prices. Okay, so it's checking prices. So what it's automatically doing when you log into this product individually, it's telling me here that this is £20, but by having this extension installed, now it's telling me, well, you know, you could pay £20 for it here. I appreciate, obviously, there is some added discount codes that you could add to this. Like I said, I'm not doing this for due diligence. This is just to show you the feature of the app. So it's telling me this is 20 quid, but behind the scenes, it's done a little bit of work for me. And it's telling me up here that I could actually save £4.50 if I buy this from another store. Now, of course, one of the biggest and most important features in your due diligence and when it comes to sourcing will be getting the product at the right price. Okay, so, and that always means getting it generally at the lowest price, or the lowest price versus whatever the best benefits are with that particular product that you are going to buy to resell. So we always want to ensure that we're not paying over the odds and someone else is paying less than us. So we have a number of you know, processes in our business that allows us to check these type of pricing, but they are all manual. You know, it's all using price comparison information and websites and, you know, standard operating procedures and things like that. So by having something here that automatically is doing part of the work for me, I always say part because, to be perfectly honest, I never ever allow software to take over completely. There will still be manual checks that go into place because, you know, AI and everything at the moment, which is this is obviously connecting to, is still in its early stages and it still misses stuff, as do Coupert for the, you know, the discount codes as well, which I'm going to come on and talk about in a moment. So I definitely always recommend doing manual checks as well, just to be sure, you know, and ensuring that if you or your staff are doing sourcing, that you are, you know, kind of double checking that you are getting the best price. So if I click into this here, it takes me to a separate page where it will show me a list of products, hopefully from other stores, where I can get it cheaper. So we can see here that actually where I can get it cheaper is Amazon themselves. So if I was going to do a flip, say for instance on this one, this particular product, and I found that I could sell this in European or a, you know, a different type of marketplace or something, or if maybe I was doing Amazon to Amazon flips, then I could go ahead and look at this and I could say, right, okay, well, this is £15.50. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump into that just to double check that that's definitely correct. And we can see here, yes, it is definitely correct. It is £15.50. So I could go ahead and purchase it from there if this was going to be, of course, a deal that I was going to purchase. Yes, it was a good result. I always like to give good feedback. I can look at some of the other ones. Now, another consideration that I could take into account, which I love about this new feature, is what it also tells me actually with this one as well, is whilst we know, okay, so we know that there is a good discount in another store with Amazon, you know, £4.50, that's fine. But it's unlikely to come with any type of cashback. And we can see that we've got, you know, some a delivery charge here. So there's always considerations to take into account. But what I can now look at is I can also say, which I really like about this, it's telling me that I could potentially get up to £1.26 cashback, which I know that I'm unlikely to get with Amazon. So that makes it a consideration. I could jump back in and I can already see straight away that, you know, there's a flash sale running. I can get this 20% off. So I can actually purchase it for £16. And I would also have the cash back. And as an experienced Amazon seller, I know it's a little bit easier for me to say this, but, you know, I know that Look Fantastic is relatively reseller friendly. It does pay out on cashback. So for me, even though I could potentially pick it up 50p cheaper, who knows with the delivery, like I said, I haven't looked at this properly, then it might be the better deal just to buy it 50p more expensive from Look Fantastic so I can capitalize on the cashback as well. But we don't leave it there, because is that going to be the best possible price for that product? Now, this brings us in to feature number 2 that Coupert have added for their business. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump into ChatGPT. Okay, now this has been a game changer for so many people in the Amazon field, obviously. But something has happened recently where you can start plugging in apps and external software to AI, so to ChatGPT, and you can marry those two together to get more up-to-date information. That's my technical term. That's as much as you're getting from me as to how it works. I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna look under the hood. I just know that this works. I don't really care how it works. I just know that it works. So what we can go ahead and do is we can now add Couper to ChatGPT or GPT, whatever it's called. And what we can do is we can utilize those two to be able to find out some more information, to be able to add it into our due diligence process when it comes to sourcing for selling arbitrage on Amazon. So I've just deactivated it, and I'm going to go through and show you how to activate it and how you can marry the two together. So you go to this section here where it says no plugins enabled. Well, actually, you can already see that I'd already previously added it, so I could just go ahead and turn it on here. But if you haven't already done so, you can go to the plugin store. You can search for Coupert, and it will come up here. Now, I've already installed it, so it says uninstall, but here it will say install. You literally just click it, and then it will take you back to the ChatGPT page, and then it will come up along here. Now, I'm going to select it here. I'm going to add it in. So now this is added in with my ChatGPT. And then what I can do is I can come down here and I can ask it questions whilst making sure that it's also utilizing the Couper app as well. So I will say, Coupert, can you tell me the best discount codes for Look Fantastic UK. Oh gosh, I can't spell. Fantastic UK. Okay. And hopefully that's going to go ahead and do it. Might take a little while. It's just thinking about it because I'm sharing my screen and it always takes a little bit longer. You can see here that it's using Couper, so it's taking the information from Couper, and it's going to give me some of these discount codes that I can go through them. Now, I know that you can use the discount code extension to do it, but what I like about this is you can have a look specifically and run through and see if there is any that are going to be better or any that you would prefer to use, you know, for a different reason, as opposed to just going through it and seeing that there isn't anything going to be there. Now, you can obviously, while this is spitting out all the codes, you can obviously as well, you can utilize it for other things. You can type in, can you give me a list of all of the retailers on Look Fantastic, or all of the brands on Look Fantastic? Could you tell me, could you list all of the NYX eyeshadow products so you can start building a list for your sourcing? So this is going to be a little bit of a game changer in terms of gathering data, putting it together and really being able to utilize it. Now, like I said, here, I always am going to manually check things to make sure that I am definitely going to be getting the best deals. And, you know, of course, you can always ask for different things. Is there, you know, any 25% off codes? Is there this? Is there that? Now, we can see here that we've got a 21% off code, which is slightly better than the 20 that was on there. Now, I actually know would Look Fantastic. So it hasn't picked this up. But when I did it yesterday, it did pick it up. So I'm not sure why it hasn't picked it up today. It did bring up another one, which is a 22% code, which is a code I use very regularly. for Look Fantastic, which is LF22. So you can always use that one to be able to get a constant 22% off. But say, for instance, I didn't know about that. Well, here I can utilize this and I can get an extra 1% off. And I know you're probably thinking, well, whoopity-doo, 1% off. But it makes a difference because it edges me closer to that Amazon price. So I could go back in, I could add this to my basket here, and I'd already added stuff to my basket. It's got like some personal stuff on there as well, so you have to excuse me, guys. Then I can choose to run the codes if I so wanted to. I think I've already got like a 22% off here, so let's just have a quick look. So I just add this one, see if it makes it any cheaper. Not sure if it did. I think there might have also been a 25% one, but it'll take me straight to the, you know, the highest priced one that I can see to start with. So I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm going to use the actual Couper extension to test the vouchers just to see. So we got 46.41. I'm just going to see if there's any. There we go. So we've gone up 48.62, which is good. So we've had a slightly bigger saving there. Now, sometimes what I don't like about this, yeah, it's done it here. For some reason, this is why I think having, you know, ChatGPT to be able to do it as well. What it does do, sometimes it doesn't give you, it doesn't implement the biggest savings. So you have to go, this is a hot tip, guys. So if you do use Look Fantastic in particular, and you think it says it saved you the extra, always double check, because in my experience, they rarely add the higher discounted one. You have to go ahead and do it manually. But hopefully that would have been picked up through ChatGPT. Hopefully it would have been picked up, you know, through a manual check or something like that. So I would now just go ahead and I would go ahead and add that, you know, higher percentage discount code, and obviously looking at the price comparison, I know that there is going to be some extra cashback. So, you know, subject to other checks and everything like that, it actually makes sense for me to go ahead and purchase this particular item from Look Fantastic. So what I particularly like about this is a gathering of data. So if you're quite an analytical person, which I actually am when it comes to this type of data, so for me, having all this data to hand in a quicker, a more efficient way, as opposed to manual processes, which what we were using before. What this does is it gives us the opportunity to make some really informed decisions. Now, go ahead, install the app. I'll go ahead and put the link how to install it, or the link to where to install it on this video. This won't have an affiliate code or anything like that. It will just be a link so you guys can find it straight away. But hopefully you can recognize the logo if you haven't done so already. So have a play around with it. Try it on different websites. Like I said, it's not just Look Fantastic. I found the places it doesn't work is like supermarkets and things like that, which I'm not too bothered, because we've obviously got trolley.co.uk and a few things. So it's a little bit hit and miss, but I think that's because it's still in its infancy at the moment. But the most important thing is showing, if I can just go and show you it again, actually, I'll quickly show you it, see if I can get it up. Oh, that was Amazon. It's there. Let me go into this one. Okay, so it's having this check-in prices section there. What I found that if it doesn't come up with the check-in prices bit there, it doesn't seem to work on that particular website. But from what I've seen, for the majority of reseller-friendly websites, the most online arbitrageurs buy from, you can actually utilize it with a lot of those. And I'm sure it's something that's going to progress even further in the future. So that's it. Those two new features. One is obviously the price comparison, and two is the opportunity to be able to add it in to the AI tools and to be able to explore it a little bit more for discount codes, for finding out if you're doing analysis on a certain type of brand or something like that, or pricing, it's going to have all of that information to hand a little bit more. I'm going to be using this undoubtedly moving forward. I'm sure you guys will be as well, but let me know in the comments. If you've not been using Couper, let me know, because obviously as a standard Chrome extension anyway as well, for the discount adder, the voucher adder, then it's a phenomenal tool to use anyway as well. So I look forward to hearing your feedback on it. If you've been using it, let me know how you've been getting on. Have you been using it for something I haven't spoken about? Pop it in the comments and let everyone know. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, like I said, please do give us a thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. It helps us with the channel, and the more people that we get watching, the more thumbs up, the more comments and everything like that, just means that we're able to create more of these videos and add them to the Nevermind the Buy Box channel. So let me know, has it been useful for you? So fingers crossed it does. Get it installed, and I'll see you soon. Take care.